show you this morning about Valentine's video, Linga and his wife Annie.
Still celebrating Valentine's, by the way.
Still celebrating Valentine, yeah.
Okay, here it is.
This is our You're My Valentine's segment, and of course this morning we're featuring a loving couple that we're going to find out a little bit more of this morning. Sitting with me are the Gukisuvas, Linga and Annie, but I will let them introduce themselves, starting off with Linga.
Bolivnaka, thank you Mavis for the opportunity. My name is Linga Gukisuva, and I hail from Vanuatu in Laos.
My name is Annie Gukisuva, and I'm from Rotuma.
Starting off with, maybe I'll ask you, Annie, first. How did you guys meet? I mean, where did you first meet, and how did you guys first meet up?
Very good question. We first met up. We used to work together at Vodafone. This was back in 2000. At that time, he was with customer services, and I was with the technical team.
Okay.
So it was my first day of orientation when we went to customer service, and he was the one who was after me.
Right.
Sure.
I can see Linga nodding all the way. Yeah. And so, who noticed who? That's what I want to know.
I'm not gonna say anything. I will allow my wife to tell you the truth, nothing but the truth. Over to you. Would you like to deliberate on the manner you were chasing me or ran after me, for the benefit of the audience?
So Annie, who noticed who? You can tell me the truth.
He was just being cheeky, and he did not want to look at us. Just want to be different from everyone.
Maybe for the record,
Yeah,
I want to make this clear. When they walked into the room,
Yeah.
I had my back to the door, so you can only suss out from here
Yeah.
who saw who first. If I had my back to the door, that means that
Who was looking at who?
say no more. I'm not going to say anymore because I got two ladies, and I don't want to be seen as the one enforcing the truth about what happened many moons ago.
Okay, well, we've established that. Annie, I think you're on the receiving end now. When you first saw Linga, what was he wearing at that time? I know he's in the office, it's probably office, but what was he wearing? If you still can remember what he was wearing.
He was wearing two-piece. No, he was wearing a solo and a shirt,
Okay.
and he was on the phone as well.
Right. So I'm sure at some point in time, Linga, you turned around. Yeah?
I only turned around because I had a conversation happening in Rotuma.
Right.
That's when I know that I was the target of the conversation. The two words that hit me was handsome and good looking.
Oh.
So there was no one else next to us that could fit that description, and that was the only reason I turned around, to be honest. Would you like to deny the word that you used?
Okay. Linga, what did you see when you turned around?
Well, Mavis, growing up, we read storybook, we read fairy tales and all those movies and so forth. The moment I turned around to see what was the introduction and orientation all about, only one person out of the 7 that were there, one stood out in the crowd. And I'm so glad that that person that stood in the crowd is sitting right next to me. So it's either the look that she gave me, or when I turn around, it's like, yep, there goes my bond.
Okay, well, that was love at first sight, of course.
Definitely.
So, Linga, what was it that made Annie stand out from amongst the 7?
I guess at the end of the day, love is something that you cannot define. It's something that you feel within yourself. For me that day, even though it was a brief encounter, when I look back and I saw her, it materialized, and the bond grew stronger as we developed our relationship. But you know what you said, love is first sight, yeah, for a brief moment, because they were just going through the building to the next section. But I remember to look up, and when I saw her, I did break a smile. Even though on the busy hours that we were doing work, I looked up like, and turned around again and did more. And it was only during my break that when I said, so who was the group that came in?
Right.
And out of the 7, she was the only female in the group. So it was easy to for them to work out who was I trying to find out, or the person I was trying to get the information for.
Okay, and just a question that I wanted to ask Linga. Now, this is something that we're all young lovers. This happens around that time. So, do you still remember your first kiss?
I mean, what?
What?
Is it
Go
camera
on.
still on?
It still is rolling. We want to know about this.
It's funny because
Yeah.
it was the briefest, most mutako kiss that we ever done. That's why we both laugh.
It's like,
When do you put the blinds in this kind of question?
well,
Definitely yes, because up until today we still talk about it.
Yeah.
Every now and then when we have our own moments catching up about life,
Yeah.
about family, we do come up and say, remember the first time I kissed you? And we would burst out laughing. Because it is truly what they term today a truly mutako kiss.
Okay. Well, it's
you got
good
hit
to
and
know.
run, we did a kiss and run.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, I'm glad you're still laughing about that till today.
That's the most funniest thing because my wife turned red at that moment. I turned around and was like, okay, where's the girl that was sitting here? The fair girl that was here. What happened to you? Got rashes from my kiss? I'm trying to brush my mouth. She's turning red. It's like 16 years ago.
Yes. Well, isn't that still nice to know
It
that
is.
16 years ago
It is.
you still have that, that memory still is alive?
It still lingers on.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was those defining moments that made us the people that make us the people that we are today. We have up and down. We learn through life. We enjoy it. We laugh. We cry. But at the end of the day, the love remains stronger. Not only on a daily basis as we progress through life. The kids have come into our life and complemented the very love that we have. And to be able to look back and see the journey that we've been through, we are thankful. For me, I'm thankful to have a woman that believes in not what I am, but who I am. Most time we go through challenges. It's comforting to come home and you see the woman that will stand with you through trials and tribulation, through jubilation and celebration. So, those are the things that define the person that I am today. Those are the things that make one go home and see this smile and get this comfort that no one else can offer, but the woman or the person that you love.
Annie?
And up until today, none of that has ever changed. But I can assure you, it grew stronger in life as we progress through life.
Thank you so much, Annie and Linga, for coming in this morning and for joining us on Breakfast at Fiji One. Maybe you want to do the Butako kiss now, because it won't be Butako anymore.